Hi everyone, Cynthia here. I am back with another Pinterest inspired collaboration with my friend Misha at ScrapsandThings1. Hi Misha. I'm going to post a link below this video to her YouTube channel. You can head over and check her out, get some more inspiration. And as I said in a previous video, I am trying to catch up from projects that were due in December, so some of these are Christmas themed. This one was due December 8th. We were to make a paper lantern in a Christmas theme, and the tutorial that I followed was from Scrapbooking with Me Crafts. I'm going to post a link below to the tutorial as well. I used this chipboard here. It's really nice, thick quality. I purchased at Michael's. And you can find this where they sell like the single sheets of the single papers, the single designer papers and cardstocks. It's in with that. And this is what I used. I always watch for it to go on sale, and I'm kind of running low, so I need to stock up on that. And I'm pretty sure she used cardstock as well. The only thing that I would suggest with the tutorial is fantastic, very easy to follow. The only thing that I wish I would have watched it before I actually started making it, because I should have covered the inside of my paper lantern before I assembled the sides. So if you're going to make that, please keep that in mind before you assemble yours, because if you don't and then you go to cover your inside of your box, it just makes it a little bit harder. It can be done. I did it. And she did it as well. And she wished that she would have covered the inside of her box before she put it together. So that's just a suggestion. Maybe fast forward through a little bit, get the measurements for the inside of the box, the designer mats that go in it, before you assemble your box together. So that's the only thing that I would suggest. But this is how, and I'm gonna bring my camera down so that you can all see what it looks like. Let me put some white cardstock in the background here. Actually, this might be cream colored, but you can get a better look at it then. Okay, I'm gonna move my camera. Those of you that get dizzy with doing this, you might want to look away. But this is how my lantern turned out. I'm using one of those battery operated tea light candles that I've gotten from, I think I got these from Hobby Lobby, and I really like it because if you can see on the inside, it flickers and it gives the illusion of a real candle. But anyway, this is how mine turned out, and I'll show you all the different things that I used for the greens. I'm going to bring it closer so you can get a look at the different greens and berries that I put on it. And these were Tim Holtz dies, which I'll show you once I put it down. And then these were actually their poinsettias made from mulberry paper, and I bought those from a Christmas craft. A bunch of them came in a pack. And this is what I mean by decorating. If you see the deep red paper, polka dot paper on the inside of the box, I had to do that after. Even look at the bottom here. I had to do that after I assembled it, and it made it so much harder. So if you're gonna follow the tutorial, make sure you stop the video, get the measurements for the inside papers, and decorate it and then put it together. It just makes life a little bit easier. And this is another one of those really beautiful mulberry poinsettias that I used. And then I got this. I used gold cardstock in the background, and then I used a red mat, and I put a sticker Merry Christmas on the front here. But I even used chipboard for my handle. I just like that look better. And then I don't know if the camera's picking up my stain, my coloring that I used here, but I used walnut stain from Tim Holtz to ink up the whole box. You can see the walnut stain on the wood grain paper I used. around all the edges, and the whole thing is wood grain paper. And I'll definitely show you the paper pad that I used as well. This is the first lantern I've ever made, and that's why I really love doing these Pinterest inspired collaboration projects, because I actually found her tutorial on Pinterest. So I will definitely link it below. And she made a beautiful, beautiful lantern herself, and I think I'm going to make more of these, not just in a Christmas theme, but they're nice and sturdy. And I might make some of these like in a beach theme with the wood grain in the back. I think that would really be pretty. I guess you could do them in all kinds of themes, but anyway, close your eyes. I'm going to be moving the camera again, and like I said, those of you that get dizzy, you may want to look away. I didn't cover it with my hand today like I normally do. Okay, you're okay to look. So anyway, let me pull out some of the materials so you can see. This is the die that I used for a lot of my greens. I used these down here and then these two here. And this is a Thinlits Tim Holtz die. And let's see. It's called Holiday Greens Mini. For those of you that want to look it up. I found this one online, I think, on Amazon. I don't know, I buy Amazon, I buy the craft stores, sometimes it's hard to tell. These are the poinsettias that I used, and down here I used a whole one, and then on the sides here I cut one in half and I put a half on each side just to make it look larger and fuller. And then what I did was I just pulled the top piece off of one of them. I used the top piece on this one here because you can tell this is smaller. And then the larger piece underneath is what I cut in half and put behind here. So, and also I used the red berry die from Sizzix, and that's where these red berries come in here. Really, really pretty. I may, I was kind of thinking maybe I might glitter up the berries a little bit, but I kind of like it the way it is, you know, without, I even put the paper underneath, and it's nice and sturdy if you use it with chipboard. So I really love this. My husband's like, you should figure out dimensions for a larger one to sit next to this for Christmas time, so we can have like this size and then a nice big large one to go next to it. So if I do figure out those measurements, I will definitely come back and share that with you. And then also these greens that you see here, these petals, I used a die that I purchased from Paper Tray Ink. This is the die. It's beautiful. It's nice and big. It cuts so nice. And it's called the Flower Branch Leaves die number 4. And then this is some of the branches that I cut out. I always like to keep them, all my extras, in a bag. But I'll show you what they cut out so beautifully. So I was really, really happy with that. And again, that's Paper Tray Ink. They don't pay me for any of this. I'm just letting you guys know where I got my materials from. I get a lot of questions on that. And I recently purchased this, so I'm sure they still, you know, have the die. It might not be in stock, but sometimes they run out of stock. And anyway, guys, that's my collaboration project. And like I said, I will definitely be making more of these. And I'll share them with you, what they turned out like. I'd love to do a beach theme one. We have a lot of beach theme in our house since we live in southern Florida. So I thought that might be nice to keep it, you know, keep one out all year long. Maybe put some driftwood down there or something. I don't know yet, but anyway, I will post the links below, and I'll even post a link below to Paper Tray Ink if you guys, that's where I get that's where I got my friendship jar stamp. set that I use sometimes, and also the this is the Christmas friendship jar holiday fillers, and there's marshmallows in here, and I use this stamp set a lot. So anyway, that's where I got these stamp sets, and then I saw that they had these branches, and oh, it's just so pretty. So anyway, I will definitely post a link below to that if you'd like to check them out. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back to share with you our next collaboration, and that was supposed to be a Christmas card with a wreath on the front of it, and I liked it so much. I am probably going to make more, and I'll do a tutorial for you guys, not in the next video, but I'll definitely get one done if you're interested, but we'll talk about that in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and happy crafting.